Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your tarot reading for the week beginning on the blue moon, which is a full moon happening tonight or today. I should look out the window, March 31st, and this reading goes for the first week in April, so until April 7th. It's raining here. We're having a loony time, this lunar eclipse. There we go. And oh, you know, it's funny because I was thinking in terms of, so funny, I was thinking in terms of the fact that the sun is in Aries, because I don't know if it was yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I was walking down the street and these people were leaning on horns, acting impatient, acting kind of like irrational to me. And everything seemed to be like hyped up. And I was like, what in the heck is going on? And I was thinking in terms of Aries, and now I realize sometimes the full moon energy happens in advance and people are acting erratic and just crazy. So that's good to know that I wasn't just imagining it. Sweet. Because I'm a Sagittarian, so I am so ready for this. And just realize that even though this is a weekly reading, it's not necessarily meant to imply that a whole bunch of stuff is happening within 7 days. So the heart of the matter is the Three of Swords. There's a feeling of rejection that some Sagittarians may feel. Remember, this is a general reading as well, dealing with every Sagittarian on planet Earth. But for those who resonate, how do Sagittarians feel about heartbreak? Some Sagittarians are very philosophical, and because Sag is a fire sign, some people may be quite independent, and they may even be relieved if another party breaks up with them. They may not feel like it's that big of a deal. This could also be like getting rejected for a promotion that you thought was yours in the bag, or even getting rejected for a job. Maybe you thought that you were going to get hired and you didn't. The job went to somebody else. What crosses you is represented by the Eight of Wands. Now, this can mean different things. This could talk about why you didn't get the job. And so perhaps you were impulsive about something, and maybe you were a little bit premature and you told people, or something that you did made it seem like you were taking it for granted that you were going to get it, and then you turned off the wrong person. In some cases, if this is a romantic situation, you may have gotten involved physically prematurely. I really can't stress it enough. I think that this causes a lot of relationships to fizzle out as quickly as they've started. And I wish I could say things and people would take them as I mean them, but it's hard because everyone has their own conditioning. When I say that, it's not coming from a moralistic place, like a particular religious belief about promiscuity or about just sex right away in a relationship. It's really about setting your intention. When you're trying to sow seeds, which is what the new moon period is all about, but just in general in life, when you're trying to make something happen, you have to have fertile ground. And you can't rush the process. the seeds have to, be able to sprout, and you have to have the right conditions. And a lot of times when people start a physical relationship too soon, they're like prematurely trying to take it to the next level when it's not ready. The seed has to germinate. And germination, in terms of an analogy to a relationship, would be that you have a connection with another person that makes growth likely, because that's what we're here to do, in my opinion, is we're here to grow, we're here to expand. And in relationships, that goal should not be any different. So in other words, we're here to, I don't know how else to put it, we're here to become more than we are at this moment. And to do that with another person, to have like a partner in crime. But it's really a spiritual partner who will encourage us to be the best version of ourselves and to explore, to keep an open mind. But what happens? We rush along the process, so we become bonded because of the physical act prematurely, and then we think that we're in this great love affair, and the other person may totally be oblivious. They may not even care beyond the physical gratification. And so being hasty, which the Eight of Wands can represent, can mean that a relationship is over before it gets started. The heart of the matter of that, of whatever that conflict is the King of Wands. Now, it is possible that you are you having an affair with your boss? And that's, something that you had to leave, or that person had to leave, because it's, maybe there was gossip going around and they didn't want something jeopardizing their relationship. Also, with the King of Wands, we're talking about this feeling of someone who is a very virile type of a man. So it's kind of like a man's man type of an energy. With the King of Wands, it's a double masculine energy. But it's in the upright position, and it's not the Knight of Wands, it's the King of Wands. So this is a person who is a very good leader. And it can be that this person may simply have felt that somebody else was more appropriate for a job, and you feel hurt by it, but it's not necessary. You may be taking something personally that is not meant in that vein. And this boss may be a nice person, and it's not what you think, but you just feel this sense of rejection from it. And the Eight of Wands could be that you were a little bit hasty, and maybe you kind of bailed from the job, or that you reacted very emotionally to the news, when in fact you should have handled yourself more professionally, maybe. But yeah, anyway, let me just keep going. The spiritual message is the Three of Pentacles. So this goes along, this is with anything in life. You have to have a firm foundation. This is the Architect card. In some cases, this can be teamwork. The three, you see the three, the number three, there can indicate three parties involved, or more than two parties. So in love affairs, it could be like being involved with somebody where either you have to choose between two people or they do. But it's not a pleasant feeling, because the Three of Swords is like, there's a feeling of, your feelings getting hurt in the process. But the Three of Pentacles is a very productive card. It's a card of teamwork. So it's a card of working with others in a professional setting to accomplish some goal. So usually it'll be some kind of a project that you're working on. But this can also be the card of starting, maybe wanting to be with this person for life. Or this is a spiritual message. So it might be that you need to value that more. Sagittarians are a fire sign. This card right here, if it was in the upright position, the Eight of Wands would be a card of excitement and new, sudden opportunities just sprouting up, and you just impulsively taking them and, being prepared to make those decisions. Well, in the challenge position, it's not going to be that daring. There's going to be a feeling that you were too rash about something, and that's why you're in the mess you're in. And the Three of Pentacles, again, could be talking about, from the spiritual perspective, starting things in a relationship off in a very gradual, foundational way. Because then you are, just like it being the Architect's card, you're building a firm foundation, and then you can grow on top of that. The Eight of Wands is kind of like taking a shortcut to intimacy, and it doesn't work that way. The advice is represented by the King of Pentacles. This could be starting your own business even. You may be so busy trying to get somebody to accept you that you are neglecting your own talents, Sagittarius, and not understanding that you have the ability to do just that. And you are going to have a a new moon in Aries happening on April 15th, the same day that Mercury goes direct. So starting in mid-April and beyond, you may have a desire to start a new business. And it'll be in your 5th house of the business that you own. So that new moon would be a great time to begin to plant seeds in that direction. If this is advice for a relationship issue, it could be saying that there's an older male earth sign or somebody with a lot of earth who might be the person for you, and maybe, Sag, you're just not seeing this person in a romantic light. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, I would say out of the 3 would be a Virgo. But you may feel like, yeah, this person's kind of fun to talk to or something like that, but it's like we love to talk, and you might think that's not a good sign of being attracted to the person. Of course it is, especially for a Sagittarian, because we tend to love exchanging ideas, and somebody has to actually have ideas for you to exchange them with that person, right? What's coming in is represented by the Page of Wands. Good news. Something coming in that makes you feel like, everything is a-okay. Maybe it's a new job offer. Maybe you get your first customer for your new business. Maybe there's a new person. The King of Wands could be a person that you have your eye on. And so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, individual. And you're so happy that you can start this relationship because Wands connect with eagerness. The outcome, another great card, Wheel of Fortune. You being in line to your destiny. This card is connected to Jupiter, which is the ruler of Sagittarius. But in addition to that, Jupiter is going into Sagittarius in November of 2018. So for all Sagittarians, whether you're the the Sun in Sag or Sag rising, this can be very auspicious, a very auspicious year for us, because we may find that luck is even more of a force field for us, and that we are compelled to create, and we experience a lot of success because of this. Okay, Sag, I hope you enjoyed this, and I wish you a lot of good news coming your way. If you'd like a private reading, please click on the link below. Take care. Bye.